When the first processed images arrived from the James Webb Space Telescope, the control room at the Space Science Institute fell into an uneasy silence. Neptune was not supposed to look like this. Dr. Eliza Moreno leaned forward, her fingers gripping the edge of the console as the massive display resolved into clarity. The planet's familiar deep blue hue was gone, replaced by something darker, almost metallic, threaded with faint, luminous patterns that seemed to curve and pulse across its atmosphere like veins of light. "This can't be right," murmured Dr. Raj Patel, head of atmospheric modeling. "Check the filters again." "They've been checked 3 times, replied mission analyst Karen Liu. "Infrared, near-infrared, spectroscopic overlays. The data's clean." Eliza felt a chill crawl up her spine. She had spent her career studying ice giants, memorizing Neptune's storms, winds, and cloud layers. What stared back at her now felt intentional. Across the planet's southern hemisphere, a structure had emerged, an immense spiral formation spanning thousands of kilometers. It wasn't a storm. It wasn't aurora activity. Its geometry was too precise, its symmetry too perfect. James Webb had not merely captured a clearer image of Neptune. It had revealed something new, the signal beneath the clouds. Within hours, the images spread through scientific channels worldwide. Publicly, NASA released a carefully worded statement: "Unexpected atmospheric phenomena observed." Privately, panic simmered. Eliza and Raj worked through the night, overlaying historical data from Voyager 2 and ground-based telescopes. The anomaly wasn't present before. Whatever this was, it was recent or newly visible. "Neptune's magnetic field shouldn't support this pattern," Raj said, eyes bloodshot. "Unless there's an energy source we don't understand." Eliza zoomed in further. The luminous lines weren't random. They converged at nodal points, forming a lattice beneath the visible clouds. "It looks like circuitry," she whispered. Raj laughed weakly. "You've been watching too many sci-fi movies." But neither of them truly believed that. Then Karen's voice cut through the room. "You need to see this." She brought up a spectral analysis graph. A repeating fluctuation appeared in the data, rhythmic, stable, and undeniably artificial. "It's a pulse," Karen said. "Every 37 seconds. Eliza's heart pounded. "Natural processes don't do that." The room went silent again, this time heavier. Neptune was doing something. A planet that should be dead. Neptune was never supposed to be interesting in this way. Too cold. Too distant. Too quiet. A frozen world of hydrogen, helium, and methane, whipped by supersonic winds but otherwise inert. Yet James Webb was telling a different story. Days passed. The spiral structure intensified. New nodes appeared, glowing brighter with each pulse. The light frequency shifted slowly upward, as though whatever lay beneath Neptune's clouds was tuning itself. Global media caught wind of the secrecy. Headlines exploded. "What is happening on Neptune? James Webb discovers unknown phenomenon." Scientists refused to explain Neptune images. Eliza was called into a secure briefing with representatives from NASA, ESA, and the United Nations Office for Outer Space Affairs. "This stays classified," said Director Halvorsen, his voice firm, "until we understand what we're looking at." Eliza clenched her jaw. "With respect, sir, this isn't something we can hide forever." Halvorsen nodded grimly. "We know." What none of them said aloud was the question that haunted them all. What if Neptune wasn't just a planet? What if it was a machine? The awakening. On the 17th day after the first images, James Webb detected something unprecedented. Neptune emitted a directed burst of energy. Not toward the sun, toward Earth. The signal was faint, riding on a band of infrared frequencies previously considered cosmic noise. But once isolated, its structure was undeniable: layered harmonics, mathematical ratios, recursive patterns. Language. Eliza stared at the decoded waveform as her algorithms unraveled its complexity. "It's not a message," Raj said slowly. "It's a handshake." Her breath caught. A response.
To what?
No one had transmitted anything to Neptune. At least, not intentionally. Then Karen looked up, her face pale. "Actually, we did." She pulled up the mission logs. James Webb's calibration sequence included a low-level, broad-spectrum scan and automated pulse sent into deep space to test sensor sensitivity. A knock. Neptune had answered. Echoes of an ancient intelligence. As weeks passed, the structure beneath Neptune's atmosphere became clearer. The planet's mass distribution was changing, subtle, but measurable. Something vast was moving beneath the clouds, reshaping pressure layers and magnetic flux. Eliza's models reached a terrifying conclusion. "Neptune isn't natural," she said during an emergency briefing. "At least, not entirely." The room erupted. "That's impossible." "A constructed planet? By who?" Eliza brought up a simulation. "The core density is wrong. Too stable. Too symmetrical. It behaves like an engineered shell surrounding something else." Raj finished the thought quietly. A containment system. The idea settled like ice in their veins. If Neptune was a cage, what was inside? The choice to listen. Against protocol, a decision was made. Humanity would respond. Using James Webb's transmitters, a carefully crafted signal was sent. Pure mathematics, prime numbers, physical constants. A universal greeting. The wait felt endless. Then Neptune pulsed again. This time, the response was unmistakable. The data translated into imagery, compressed but vivid. A vision unfolded across the screens. Stars being born and dying in rapid succession. Galaxies colliding. Then shapes, vast, luminous beings composed of energy and structure, weaving matter like fabric. "They're not biological," Karen whispered. The vision shifted. The beings built structures around stars and planets, including Neptune. A realization dawned. "This isn't an alien city," Eliza said. "It's an archive." The message resolved into a final concept, an idea so vast it left them reeling. Neptune was a warning. The reason for the silence. The archive revealed a civilization older than the Milky Way. They had discovered something terrible, an entity, a process, a cosmic phenomenon that consumed intelligence itself. Not worlds.
Minds.
To survive, they encoded their knowledge into planets, hiding them in plain sight, wrapped in natural appearances. Each archive would remain dormant until detected by a sufficiently advanced species. Until now. The spiral structure brightened on the screens. Neptune was waking up because humanity was ready. Or because it was too late. The final transmission. The last message came without warning. A simple statement, translated across every language model they possessed. "You have been seen." Panic swept through the room. Seen by what? Before anyone could answer, Neptune's glow dimmed. The lattice beneath the clouds began to collapse inward, folding space around it. "It's shutting down," Raj said. "No," Eliza corrected softly. "It's transferring." James Webb sensors overloaded as a burst of data streamed toward Earth, petabytes of knowledge, history, warnings. And then Neptune went dark. The planet returned to its familiar blue, the spiral gone, the pulses silent. To the outside world, it was over. To humanity, it was just beginning. Epilogue. The new questions. Months later, Eliza stood beneath a night sky.